Hello everybody, welcome back to another painting session. Last week we built this thing. We painted it a little bit, but now we're really going to get in there and add all these layers of paint to make this thing look yucky. So basically, I'm going in with the blood red on one side of the head and around the neck area. So it's going to kind of look like it has a face underneath a different part of like flesh. So I did that. Now I'm going to go in the fleshy part that I want to look like it's kind of underneath with this kind of fleshy pink tone to it. And we're going to layer all kinds of different colors over this thing. Brushing it all in the head. See how it kind of looks like all that red is like a different part. Almost done with this one. We can start coloring in the teeth. All right. So I grab a smaller brush and we're going to start doing all the teeth and those horns that surround his head. And I'm using kind of like a really bright off yellow. I don't know why I chose yellow, but at the end I think it looks kind of cool. So you just got to get all the little nooks and crannies of the teeth. And the teeth were that air dry clay, if you remember. And this was the first time trying the air dry clay as teeth. And I think I'm going to start doing this as I move forward with my monsters. That looks pretty good, huh? And we'll start on the bottom teeth. And this part seems like it takes forever when I'm doing it. It probably took about 10 minutes maybe to do all the teeth and all the horns. That's why I speeded up 10 billion degrees so you don't have to get bored out of your gourd watching me paint these horns and teeth. But if you do get bored, you can always watch one of my other videos. So now I'm coloring the horns, painting the horns, getting as close as I can to the flesh, just so I can kind of blend it in when I get closer to the end. This paint dries quick, so when I picked it up like that, it didn't get any paint on my hands or anything, if you're like worried about that kind of thing. One more horn to do, then we could start adding more layers of paint. Alright. That looks pretty cool, huh? So now I'm going to go with a darker brown to go over all the red areas. So then I can do another layer of gray after that. Because I'm doing all these layers, so if some parts of the paint are a little bit thinner than others, you'll see those different colors and tones underneath, which gives cool, kind of like a fleshy, rotten look to it. There we go. Now we'll go into the head. And we're just going to do this on the layer that's supposed to look like it's on the outer layer of skin. And the face area that's lighter will be all different tones. So we have two different shades, so it gives it that underlying look of flesh. So go in all the little nooks and crannies. All them little wrinkles we made. Around the eyeball now. The cheekbone. All those little flaps of skin. We're going to make it look like it's sunken in a little bit with these tones. And it'll start really coming together once we add a little bit darker paint to it. But we gotta do all these layers first. I like to do lighter to dark, and then a little bit of light at the end. So now we come in with that gray. Now we're gonna hit all of those areas we just hit. Get in between the teeth. This is gonna make it look really like gross. And I think monsters are supposed to look gross. You know what I'm saying? So if you're still here and you're not getting bored out of your gourd, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like button and share it with a friend. All right, so here we go, going around the horns with that darker gray. We can start hitting the neck up with all that gray. The more paint you put on here, the easier it gets to blend it together. There we go. Now we're starting to look kind of spooky. Spooky and yucky. All right. So now I'm coming around the eye with the small paintbrush, doing some of that gray, so it looks like this eye's sunken in a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going over again with that blood red, so it'll kind of muddy it up with the undertones of gray and brown. And it'll really give us like a rotten flesh look, I think. That's what I'm hoping. We'll find out. Blend that red in. And I don't want to cake it all over. You can kind of see how I'm blotching it in so it kind of blends with that gray. Goes from a red and it kind of fans out into that gray. And I'm just blotching this everywhere. A couple times I'll smooth it out, but typically I just want to blotch it in there. Oh, here comes the train in the background, so it's probably going to get loud a little bit. Sorry guys, there's a train in my backyard. I mean, we're going to put a little bit of this blood red on the light parts, so it'll kind of look bloody and fleshy once I add the other colors to it. There we go, it's coming together now. A little bit in the mouth, so it, has a little bit of bloody look to the mouth. You'll see later once I start bloodying up the teeth. That's looking pretty cool. Alright, now I'm coming in with some light. And at first I was like, I'm going to put these little mole dots in here, whatever they are. Dots. Monster age marks. Just gives it a little effect to it. And I'll come back in the head and start brushing a little shading around all the wrinkles. Because with the shading, you can get cool little high and low tones to it when I'm hitting those wrinkles. And it's going to start looking all kind of the same tones, and then I'll add some lighter paint. There's some light paint, and then we're going to start blending all these colors together. It's like a peach color, a light peach color. So I don't want it to be so dark in the face area that it matches the neck and the back of the head and the side of the face. I don't want that. I want it much lighter so it looks like it's underneath. And then I'm doing some more age spots that I'll blend in. There, we're coming together now. Some more of them little spots. And I just put the spots around so then I can kind of blend it in that area. There we go. Now we're going to start bloodying up the teeth. Little blotches of blood red here and there. So he looks like he's been chomping on something. Add a little bit of blood around the eyes. Blood red. It's not real blood. Around the lips. We just want this thing completely gory. monster. There we go. Now we're going to go in with some more light around the faces. Some more of that light pink, and mixed with all the grays and stuff we put in there, it should bring it to a nice, dull, fleshy tone to it. So you can kind of see all the layers popping out now. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Lighten it up a bit around that dark area of the back of the head. There we go. Get that nose. Oh yeah, we're looking yucky now. A few more dots around. Them age spots. Alright. Well, that's about done. If you guys are interested, like I said before, please subscribe and like. Share with a friend. Until next week's video, make spooky things. Cheers.